for you to learn. All right, kids, I hope that all of you are ready for this morning. All right, so last time we talked about water absorbency, and we know in that discussion that there are some objects which is water absorbent, and there are some things as well that are not water absorbent. So here, if you have your books with you, of course, you can open it with me. And also we talk about like the different types of materials and their properties. And just last week, just this Monday, last Monday, we talked about what happened to the rubbish that we throw away. So we learned that one. We learned that on how can we help to our surroundings. Like for example, how can we reduce wastes? So there are many things to reduce the waste. Two of those are what? We have to recycle and reuse the things that we don't use anymore, but still we can still reuse it. You can use that in your houses as well. So now this time, it's another topic on chapter 5, page 56. Chapter 5, page 56 in your book. Yeah, in your book. Chapter 5, page 56, 57. So we will be learning today what is light. See that? What is light? So there are, maybe you have the same question to me. Teacher Santi, where does light come from? So we will be learning this time to where does light come from? Okay, number one here, of course, before we proceed, we have to watch this video. Those who are not here with us today, of course, you can watch in YouTube. All right. All right, so as what I have told to those who are not here with us today, you can actually watch this one in YouTube, no? You're just write Dr. Binax light. All right, so let's continue. Binax mentioned that light is what? Light is a form of energy. Okay, light is a form of energy that enables us to see things around us. See that? You can see the things around us. You can appreciate those things because of the light. Okay? Because of the light. For us, according here, for us, light brightens our what? Our world and make it visible. So you can see the things around you. You can appreciate the beauty of your surroundings. You can see the different colors because of the light. See that? Because of the light, you can appreciate those things. Next. Okay, what would we do? What would we do without it? So without the light. So what would we do? Who can answer? Who can answer to this question? What would we do? Can we do something else? Okay, what would we do without the light? Who can answer to this question? What would we do without the light? Let's say, what would we do without the sun? Who can answer? What would we do without the sun? Can we do the things that we usually do at during the day? Can we play outside? Can we go to the mall if there is no light? Okay, if there is not, who wants to answer, please, to this question? Who can speak? Yeah, I want you to speak English. I want you to speak English. I want you to share your insights with regard to this situation, to this question. So what would we do without it? So the it here is referring to the sun. So what would we do without the presence of the sun? Or so we say, what would we do without the presence of the light? Okay, no one. So I will be the one to answer this one. All right, without the light, we cannot do the things that we usually do. during the day, okay, or during the night. If there is no light, we cannot study. We cannot read books. We cannot watch TV. We cannot go to Central because the Central is so dark. We cannot go to Lotus. We cannot go anywhere without the light. What would happen if there is no light? So this is the question. What would happen if there is no light? So another thing, I want you to watch this video again from Dr. Binex. Very informative. What if, say that, according to Dr. Binex, if the sun will disappear, what will happen to the earth? Of course, there will be a big problem that we are going to face in the future. Okay, there will be a very big problem that we are facing, or we are going to face in the future, kids. Okay, so here we go. Now, all of the things that we can see, like objects that produce their own light are light sources. Okay, anything that has light or anything that produces light is actually called light sources, or they are also called luminous objects. All right, so they're also called luminous object. So as you can see, anything that produces light are called luminous object or light source. The sun produces its own light. Say the sun is a luminous object. It is the main source of light. Yes, this is, or the sun is the main source of energy, the main source of light to the earth. The reason why that we can see, we can appreciate the beauty of the world, we can appreciate the beauty of our surroundings, and we can see the different colors around us because of the rain, because of the sun. See that? Because of the sun, we can appreciate the things around us. Now let's proceed to here. Now, where does light come from? Right. The question is that where does light come from? The answer is that light can come from different sources. Okay, light can come from different sources. So it's either from the sun or whatever light that you know. It's either from the lamp or anything that produces light. Example, we have the lamp. Yes, the lamp is one of the example. One of the examples, I mean. So, look at these kids. Next, we have the stars. The stars are one of, also an example. Also, another examples, also another examples of luminous objects. We have the firecrackers. Yes, the firecrackers are also examples of luminous light or light sources. We have also here the light. The bonfire is also an example of a luminous object. Luminous means anything that produces light, that is called luminous. So here, bonfire is a luminous, or in other words, it's a light source. Lightning is also a light source. Neon light is also a light source. Anything that has light. Candle is a light source as well. Next. Right, so here, most of the light come from the sun. Remember, most of the light come from the sun. A lamp is a light source too. See that? This is what I have told you a while ago. A light or a lamp is a light source too. But it uses electricity to make light. See, this is the difference. The sun doesn't use any kind of electricity or any kind of battery in order for it to produce light. But a lamp, if there is no electricity, if the electricity is absent, what will happen to the lamp? The lamp will not produce any light. So that's the difference between the two. The sun, it's a natural. And electricity is man-made. So that's why they need something in order for it to produce light. Next, we have, all right, so another here. Light source is anything that makes light, whether natural or artificial. Okay, now let's compare these two. Natural light sources include the sun and the stars. Yes, the natural light sources means no one is creating them. But artificial light sources include lamps and lampposts and televisions. Someone is creating them by their hands. So natural light, no one is creating them. It is already there in our atmosphere. And also the artificial light sources include lamps and posts and television sets. So televisions, those objects that I mentioned, the lamp and televisions, are made by man. So artificial is not made from nature. Now let's go back to natural light and artificial light sources. Now let's identify if this object is like natural or this object is artificial. Let's go. Natural light, this one. Artificial light, this one. Right, so you can identify now which of these two is natural and artificial. Okay, some animals are natural light sources. Fireflies and most jellyfish can produce their own light. They can glow in the dark. Say that, the firefly and jellyfish. Both of them are natural because they are not using batteries. They are not using electricities for them to produce light. So they have their own light. Therefore, they are both natural light sources. Stars and lightning, are they using electricity to produce light? No, they are using their natural thing. So both of them are natural light sources. What about the candle? Does the candle uses electricity? Nah. Does the candle uses oil in order for it to produce light? It's a yes. Because the candle itself has an oil in it. There is an oil mixed in the candle so that the candle can maintain the light. So without that oil mixed in the candle cannot produce its own light. So that means candle is an artificial light sources. Bonfire is an artificial light sources. Why? Because if there is no fuel, if there is no as you can see, there's a fuel there. If there is no fuel, this fire will not be seen. And you cannot create fire without a man who is doing it. So it's artificial. Firecrackers are also artificial. Light bulb is also artificial. Why? Because it uses electricity. What is this? The traffic light is also a what? It also produces an artificial light or light, yes. And this one also, the lamp or the street lights, artificial light sources. So artificial light sources, those are the things that I mentioned above. So here, in a quiz time, I want you to answer it's either artificial light or natural light sources. Are you ready? If you want to answer, you have to answer only artificial light or natural light. Ready, go. Is it artificial or natural? Who can answer? Just to raise your hand, please. Raise your hand if you want to answer. Okay, Luke Chubb.
Natural light.
Natural light. Let's see. All right, very good, Luke Chubb. Your answer is correct. Next, number 2. Natural light or artificial light? Raise your hand, please. Natural light or artificial light? Okay, there is someone. Kasanin. Oh, Nadon. Yes, Nadon.
Artificial light.
Artificial light. Let's see if your answer is correct. Look at the screen. Yes, your answer is correct. Your answer is correct. Yay. Number 2. Number 3. Yes, Nava. Natural light or artificial light?
Artificial light.
Again, please.
Light.
Natural light or artificial light?
Natural light.
Natural light. Okay, let's see. Yes, your answer is correct. A guy from a mama. Your answer is correct. Yeah, your answer is correct, Nava. Next. Who can answer? Artificial or natural? What do you think? Is it natural or artificial? All right, look, Chubb. Raise your hand so that I can call it.
Artificial light.
Artificial light, and your answer is correct. Your answer is correct. Very good. Okay, raise your hand if you want to answer. Yeah. Then I will recognize you, of course. Of course. Just do like that or click the reaction button and click the the reactions button there. Right. Okay. I get it. Mama. Okay. What about this one? Is it artificial or natural? Artificial or natural? Who can? Okay, Nava. Again?
Natural light.
Natural light. See, I got it from my mama. Your answer is correct, Nava. Very good. Next, street light. Street light to realize. Oh, by my side. Okay, street lights. Yes, all new. Wait. Artificial or natural?
Natural.
Huh? Artificial or natural light? Artificial. Yes, artificial light sources. Good. Next. Fire. This is the girl and she's on fire. Yes, fire. Yes, we have Pokpong.
Yeah.
Artificial. Artificial or natural light?
Natural light.
Pokpong. Someone is making it. Yes. It's man-made or not? Someone is creating it to make a light. Natural light or artificial light? Pokpong, go answer. Pokpong, say.
It's a light. Artificial light.
Artificial light. Pokpong is correct. Next number 8, last 2, we have natural or artificial. There's someone Someone is raising. All right, now. All right, so here. Artificial light or natural light? We have Luke Chubb, we have Naba, we have... Where's the other? Why is it others doesn't like to raise your hand? Okay, Luke Chubb.
Natural light.
Natural light. Your answer is correct. Your answer is correct. Next. I think this one is number 9 and last item number 10. Okay. Who can it? The answer is artificial light. I'm sorry. Next we have this one. Is it natural or artificial? I will ask someone here to answer. Oh, Peak is raising her hand. Yes, Peak.
Natural light.
Natural light, let's see. Yeah. Your answer is correct. So, natural light source. All right, so that's all for today. All about the topic is all about natural light or artificial light. You can identify it by looking at and observing if it is man-made or not. See that? For those who are absent today, it's okay. It's okay if you're not here with us. I will just give you, I will send you the video, but without the video that I taken from YouTube. You will watch your own, you can search your own. Okay, thank you so much for coming with today and have a good day and goodbye. So see you next time.